Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to yet another AM Tuesday here. Coming to you from the DRS train paradise that is Austria, in beautiful central Austria, Spielberg to be exact, in the mountains. Should be a fun race today. We had a fun race last week in Silverstone. A second to last lap pass from Vamu gave him victory, keeping his title chances alive against a resilient racing fan. 6 podiums out of 6 races on his way to a gigantic championship lead, tones of Mitch Burns from last year. I'm Kid Petter, by the way, joined alongside. He's back from his Proud Boys rally in Richmond last week. It is Andy Wu.
Yep, I am back. I was told I missed a quote-unquote banger last week. Looking to see if, we can get lucky and get to back-to-back great races. Austria is a track known for pretty good racing. Long straights, pretty easy to pass in multiple places around this track. And we're gonna have a full grid, so I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, are we gonna have a full grid?
Yes, we have got our European Reserve Red Mask.
Oh, Red Mask coming in. Oh, saving the day. I like to hear that. Cam Tizzle, yeah, our sweet prince. I'm not sure where Red Mask is from. Otherwise, I would probably tell you guys. But Shelly the Turtle looks like he might be the first on a hot lap. Coming out of turn 3, that's Remus, and into turn 4, that is Schloss Gold. Tricky off-camber hairpin. High speed, about 4th gear on exit there. Shelly's been struggling for pace this week, but he is P2 in the championship standings. Behind the aforementioned Racing Fan. Racing Fan's on 102.5. 1 win, 6 podiums. E. Warren puts in a 4.5 to get the party started here in qualifying. Shelly's in P2. 2 wins, 2 podiums. He's got 56. Ecot's Blade has jumped up into P3 with 44 points after his first podium of the year last week in Silverstone. Vamu in P4 after the win. Obviously went on that 2-week siesta in the middle of the season. It's on 40.5. Cheesehead in P5. ZX P6. Got a tie for 7th. Deathstorm Wing It. And E. Warren P9, Cam Tizzle P10. That rounds out the top 10. And actually, from 4th, really down to 10th, we have some close stuff going on at the moment. Racing Fans put in the provisional fastest time at a 4.24. I think it's safe to say that's probably not going to stand. A couple of these boys were going quick in practice earlier. You there?
Oh, hey, I had my mic muted, and I did not realize it. This is what happens when you take a week off. I was going to say
live TV, folks. Oh my God! A boot with a 3.9 flat on mediums.
Say, we'll probably fondle with the 103s on softs, but this man, wow, incredible lap on the mediums there.
I'm flabbergasted by that. I am flabbergasted by that.
I don't think the grid will beat that time on softs.
No, I don't think so. Obviously, Abood is stuck down there in P12 still on 12 points. He hasn't raced since round 2. And apparently he got extremely enlightened while he was observing Ramadan. Because that is in, quite frankly, an outrageous time for the medium compound tires. Looking at pole times for EU3, it was coincidentally Vamu. Whoa, his Cheesehead loses it out of turn 6 into turn 7. Ah, yikes.
Oh, Harris is also backwards out of the last corner.
He's going to be waiting there to cut across into the pits. Trying to look around, see who's on some fast laps. But the EU3 pole time set by Vamu earlier today was a 103.759. That was on softs.
Is that a cat?
I would assume so.
Was that above you?
Yeah, that was directly above me in the living room. Sounds like they have knocked over some piece of furniture or storage. That is.
Let's hope it wasn't Mother Kitten, because that would really not be great.
Yeah, I don't think she.
That sounded like a hefty impact.
Yeah, but there was a lot of rattling and whatnot. I don't think that was her. Jesus, she's pretty light on her feet for her age. I think ZX is coming across the line. Oh, he's invalidated. He'll be going for another lap. We have 2 reserves. Well, I guess 3 reserves tonight. The first 2 worth noting. Whit J making, I think, his AM2 debut. He is one of the Red Bull drivers, currently P6 in the AM3 championship, and Tin Man, we've seen him a few times recently. Stepping up into AM2, he's P3 in the AM3 standings.
Made his European debut today in EU3.
Yeah, he actually got a point.
Got a point.
Yeah, he got a point. I was
16th, I think, on the grid too. So
yeah, He was really disappointed. He was really disappointed after his race last night in AM3. He got a really weird glitch, got disqualified. Messaged me last night, wanted me to get in contact with Hilly, see if he could go into the EU3 race. I was a little concerned he wasn't going to be quick enough, but he did a good job to score himself a point, mixing up with all those guys. Actually finished ahead of Vamu, as a matter of fact. See, E. Warren here in P5. His teammate Deathstorm went to P4 in that last run. Witchay is actually P3 right now. So outside of the top couple guys, I think we're dealing with a lot of what will be a theme tonight, and is always a theme around Austria. It is track limits. A lot of invalidations on these hot laps. Guys really pushing it. I think most people in AM2 are capable of very low 4.2s, but you only got 3 shots at it.
Yeah, I think it's a combination of track limits, but also it looks like there's a lot of tire strategy going on. We got Blade, Lopez, and Cam Tizzle, who have all done multiple laps on their medium tires. Lopez has done 3 hot laps on his mediums.
Yeah, Lopez is coming in with not a whole lot of practice so far.
But he is on his favored. Well, I guess I wouldn't say favorite. He likes the wheel better, but it's more stable pad for the season. What we know, Lopez.
He's Pad Lopez tonight. Vamu probably going to be a quick one. Across the line, 103.763. That is competitive, to say the least. 4 thousandths off of his EU3 pole time.
Yeah, I was about to say that looks very similar.
It is quite close. Yes. Harris Plex is entering the final 2 corners. Shout out to Jochen Rindt, which turn 8 is named after. The only posthumous champion in Formula 1 history. Show the Turtles on a flying lap. In 14th currently on the mediums.
So what was this corner called again? Turn 4?
Schlossgold.
Alright, so this is turn 5, that's not named anything. Turn 6 and 7 here, they named it.
Out of Schlossgold you have Rausch, which is the first left-hander. Then the exit is Verth. Then turn 7 doesn't have a name. Turn 8's Rindt. And Red Bull Mobile is turn 9.
Oh man, he's invalidated there.
Ah, boy.
He invalidated
Let's go ZX.
This lap, and then the second last corner of that lap.
Let's go ZX. Up the hill into Remus. Goes Mr. ZX, who's on a pretty good run of form. As mentioned earlier, he's up to P6 in the championship. Was battling some internet gremlins earlier. Hopefully those have been sacrificed. Lots of guys still haven't put up time. 6.5 minutes left, and over a quarter of the grid are yet to post a time. Oh, ZX, yeah. That's a big wiggle, and I don't think this is going to be competitive from ZX. Go to Chase NASCAR. He's invalidated. Everybody is invalidating. Looks like Cheesehead is on one up here. We saw him spin earlier. He still completed the lap, at least to get a time on the board with a 25.943. Not sure if that's going to stick. Those are Tatiana Calderon times.
I think that's being generous to her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I expect a decent result here from Cheesehead. Got promoted instantly from AM2.
Just invalidated.
Yeah, that's brutal.
I mean, every exit is. I mean, Insight has invalidated again. Cam Tizzle's invalidated. Everybody is invalidating. E Warren's on an outlap at least. But man, this is not great. It's just every single exit curb around here. It's so easy to invalidate. There's really nowhere where you're not safe anywhere. We're right along with Blade as I give you guys the cost bets for this evening as requested by Motor. Racing Fan and Blade are co-favorites plus 400. Vamu, who will more than likely be starting on pole, is plus 450 due to his record of not really finishing well here at Austria. Shelley's at plus 600, actually a Boods ahead of him, 550. Then we got a tie with Cam and Wing It, both at 650. Rogue at plus 700. ZX is at 700, as is Lopez. E Warren 750, Deathstorm 750, Cheesehead 850, and the field's 1800 as Blade is coming across the line, and he is not going to set
he was going to improve by a couple tenths. I think that would have put him P4, but I think he'd rather start on the mediums?
Maybe.
But he has 2 laps on those mediums. I'm not sure I totally agree with that one. I think track position is far more important.
Yeah. Track position, it's a bit of a double-edged sword. Track position's more important, but less important around here than pretty much anywhere else, just because it is a big DRS train.
Which is why I'd want track position.
Well, yeah, you would want it, but it's also not the worst thing in the world if you're starting last, like, say, Raptors, who picked up a quality ban this evening. It is possible. It's very, very intense racing out here when you're in those DRS trains. Looks like Deathstorm's the only one currently on a hot lap that I can see, unless some guys are doing an extra hot lap. Yeah, I mean, this circuit, only 9 corners, 2.683 miles, and nestled in between a couple of mountains. It's one of the more scenic destinations in F1. Population of Spielberg, by the way, look this up, only 5,000. So
really, wow.
Yeah, it's very, very small. It's like a quaint little village. And as you can see from these onboards, obviously a beautiful location.
Blaze retired in P10 on the medium, so he's happy with that time, I guess.
Blade really just doesn't want to get back into this championship race, I guess. I don't know. To do it, yeah, this is. I think it's going to be in 6th place. Yeah, it looks like he took it kind of easy through the final sector.
Understandable. Very easy to validate.
Captain Rogan to sector 3. He's actually plus on his time. Shelly the Turtle, by the way, has gotten into the top 10 on mediums. We'll see if that sticks. If it does, he'll probably be okay with it. Oh, barely on the limit coming out of the final corner is Rogue. But he does not improve. Cam Tizzle had a pretty good race going last week. I believe he finished P4's best finish of the season.
I was about to say, did I miss him breaking his unlucky streak?
A little bit. It was I mean, for the most part, it was a five-way fight. Last week, it was Vamu, JK, Blade, Shelly, and Cam. We're all pretty much
Racing Fan,
up
he
there.
queued. He spun out of the... He did what you did a season ago.
Oh,
He
yeah!
spun out the pits, and he was disqualified. So
Oh,
he'll be starting
he is
from
going
the
to be
back.
starting last for the championship leader. Could this be the little glimmer of hope that some of these guys needed? Maybe catch him on a bad weekend. He's been really infallible so far this year in that McLaren. Speaking of which, constructors standings, he is up. Well, mainly because of him, 12 points from Abood, but McLaren have a pretty big advantage, 40 points to AlphaTauri.
I don't think Wingit's going to get a lap in here either. He's invalidated on his medium run. Yeah, so we might have 4 guys here not set a lap in qualifying.
Cheesehead gets into the top 10, so that'll be a bit of a relief from him. Got Lopez, I believe he's invalidated as well, as is Harris. Chase NASCAR doesn't look like a very fast lap. That was clunky. Yeah, he's already off of it. They might have more time than we do.
I know we got some guys out here on outlaps. We got a whole bunch. Shelly is on an outlap.
Oh, Abood! That's going to be it for Abood. He has blown that on the entry to turn 1.
But I think that's probably for the better. And he's starting P2 and on mediums. Yes, please.
Yeah, not too bad. ZX and P4, good quality from him. E. Warren in P3. So a couple of guys that haven't been up there in quali too much this year. That's definitely E. Warren's best starting spot of the season. With Jay in P6, wow. Let's see if Shelly. Looks like Shelly's gotten a time in. He is 1/10 up into turn 3. I believe this is going to be the last. Well, actually, Vamu's going to have a flying lap as well. And I think he's just going to go balls to the wall. He's actually right behind Shelly. Let's go to Vamu.
I'm gonna check Shelly's second sector here. He's up 3/10.
Vamu's up about 600ths. See how much he can squeeze out into the final corner. Z, plural.
Oh, Shelly's gonna invalidate. I didn't got away with it.
Ooh, you like to see. Good lord, that's a 5.86. That is very fast from Vamu. We were expecting a Vamu pole here this evening. We'll have to see. How he responds in the race. That's been the trick for him around here. Last season in AM2, as well as today in EU3. So, see if we can keep these guys behind him. Racing Fan in the comments says, "I'm screwed, aren't I?"
Yeah.
Not ideal, but I mean, you can still get pretty decent points, even starting at the back. I think there's going to be a decent amount of, what do you say, chaos that goes into this race. Hopefully nothing like the chaos that we got last year, where we actually had to cancel the race on like lap 3 and then do a rerun a few weeks later.
Yeah, I mean, we'll run through the grid later, but I think Vamu's lap is impressive, but Abood's is just better.
Yeah, that's mind-boggling.
But then outside of those two, the grid is super close. I think it's 5/10 to between 3rd and 14th. You got guys on mediums in there too, so yeah, very close. Yeah, it's about 6/10 from 3rd to 14th.
Didn't get a time out of Raptors, who was serving his quality ban, and then obviously Red Mask didn't get a lap in, nor did, or actually JK did. He was actually in P3, I think, when he got that disqualification from the session for spinning it in turn 1, blocking the pit lane exit. By the way, over under safety car 1.5, over under finishers 15.5. Got any predictions?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm scared to make a prediction because these AM2 boys, they really like making me look dumb. Because you'll make some prediction, you think you got it right, and then just absolute chaos, and nothing makes sense anymore. I mean, I do have some drivers I'm gonna keep an eye on myself. Blade in P12. Not sure what tire he's going to be starting on for this race. Racing Fan, obviously, in P20. I think it's going to be interesting to see how far up the grid he can make it after spinning and getting disqualified a second ago. But I'm interested to see the dynamic between Abood and second here on the mediums, whether he can get off the line well enough. You know, we got a lot of guys on softs around there, so he's got to make sure he keeps the car in second. Well,
Yeah, sorry, I was trying to find the. I lost the flutophone. Vamu on pole yet again, but the main story there is Abood on the mediums. E. Warren in P3, Shelly the Turtle P4, ZX P5, Deathstorm P6, Wit J in 69, or Wit J 69 in 7th. Nice. Cheesehead in 8th, Rogue in 9th, Cam Tizzle in 10th. Insight starts 11th. He'll keep on those softs. Blade the first runner on mediums aside from Abood in 12th.
Abood is just died. Sorry. He's put on the formation.
Oh, well, that's not good for his tires. Harris is in 13th. Lopez starts on mediums, as does Tin Man, Chase NASCAR, and Wing It. Raptors will be on the softs in 18th. Red Mask is going to be on the mediums in 19th. And Racing Fan, after that unfortunate disqualification, the championship leader by an overwhelming margin faces his first bit of adversity, rounding out the back of the grid.
Yeah, I hated to interrupt your flow there, but I mean, Abood ate that barrier at about 150 mile an hour. So the song definitely did him justice there. Not sure how that's gonna. I mean, it's probably good for his tires. Getting some temperature into him. Let's hope he can get off the line well.
Well, nice to see the Kano saying that he can't hear you again. Erg. It was probably because I had the flute playing in the background. As long as we don't talk over each other, I think it's fine. We got 5 lights, and away we go from Spielberg. Looks like a pretty solid start from Abood, but Vamu obviously is going to have the better exit. Things are going to get real bunched up deeper in the field. Some of these guys are going to be picking up warnings just because they want to avoid trouble. It's usually pretty hectic. Looks like Witche and Cheesehead going side by side. Most of these guys are going side by side. Into turn 3, Remus. Pretty clean so far, though. I haven't seen any actual wheel banging or anything. Oh, it's Raptors. What has happened to him back there?
I think he may have just lost it. But that did kind of stop everything. We got a VSC here.
Neutralize the field.
In Alfa Romeo, the Alfa Romeo Red Mask does have some wing damage. He is the only driver in the field with wing damage at the moment. 15% on his front left in plate, so that could be a pit maneuver, or could have just he could have got collected by a Raptor spinning out of turn 3. Very easy to do.
Indeed.
If anyone will pit here while the field is kind of neutralized.
It's gonna be a Red Mask. Off the mediums, though.
Yeah, it's for wing damage, though.
Oh. He's the only one. Shelly the Turtle, though. Oh my. Got all the way up to P3. Pretty...
But he started 4th.
Oh, 4th. Okay. No.
Yeah,
Jeez.
Biggest mover, Racing Fan up 3 spots in 17. ECOS Blade made up a couple spots into 10th on the mediums. We're going great. Oh, we got Chaos out here in the back. Chase NASCAR and Lopez must have got together. 10-man. Awesome. Involved. He picks a 5-second time penalty for it.
Now, E. Warren and Shelly the Turtle are going side by side. I'm trying to keep an eye on that at the front. Looks like that's settled. Maybe we can see what happened back here.
That's all taken care of. It's just, yeah, I think someone probably caught someone napping on this restart and got a little too handsy.
Did Racing Fan suffer damage?
No, he did not, but he did gain a couple spots out of it. He's up 15th now.
There you go. Fastest laps rolling in. Abood has already blocked DRS range on E. Warren, just barely over a second. That'll not be good for him as these rear flaps are opening up. Big old DRS train back here from P3. Oh, actually, Warren was able to get into it. Oh, maybe not.
He doesn't have DRS though. He's close enough if he can stick with him.
Yeah,
it's gonna the second sector.
Second, yep.
Yeah. Been a week. Right. Who's touching?
Yep, sure do. Everybody's kind of queued up now.
How's the weather? No, we got a couple DRS trains forming. I don't think Warren's going to be able to keep up with these first two, which is going to leave him very vulnerable to Shelly the Turtle right behind him. I think Shelly may make a move down in this turn 3.
I think ZX might have lost it coming out of the final corner. Cheesehead's able to make a move on him up to P6. Chase NASCAR actually puts in the fastest lap of the race back there.
Shelly, E. Warren tries to outbrake him on the outside of 3. See who gets DRS here. It is E. Warren. So we got to drag over a little bit of contact.
A little bit of contact. Well, this is good news for the top two.
Shelly keeps his nose in it. E. Warren sails it around the outside.
That's a strong move from our favorite miner from Nebraska, E. Warren. Currently looking for his first podium in Contest of Speed. Keep an eye on that story as the day develops. Back here, seeing ECOS Blade on those mediums. He's up into P8, but he's 2 seconds off of his teammate ZX in P7. Racing Fan gets another move done after Insight picks up the first time penalty of the race, at least for track limits.
I think E. Warren must have made a mistake at the last corner. He's dropped behind Shelly and is now Cheesehead's looking to his outside. Up into 3.
Going to be going 2 abreast into Remus. 2x2. Almost 2x2x2.
Switchback.
Yeah,
But Cheesehead.
Yeah, there's some good racing here from Cheesehead and E. Warren. See if sails it around the outside again. E. Warren's finding a lot of grip out there so far, but you see that
He's out of battery.
see that blinking. That means he's under 10% of ERS, and that is not a great. It's 20? I thought it was 10.
Yeah.
No. Either way, it's not a great sign 5 laps into the race. There it is again, trying desperately to stay within DRS in the second DRS train. Meanwhile, Abood is just all over the back of Vamu.
Oh my goodness, that storm behind them almost ate the inside wall out of the last corner. See if ZX goes for it into 1. It's kind of compromised your run into 3. Oh boy, that's a tough place to make a move. Got the run though on Deathstorm. See if he can get DRS on this front train. Up front though, Abood's made a move for the lead.
Oh, sorry, Abood. I was getting confirmation on what that bang was earlier. The cats knocked down a cabinet that my mom had put together. That was sitting at the top of the stairs.
3. Oh no!
No, that's tough.
That's
oh, poor Chase. It's unfortunate for both. Deathstorm was having a really good race from the outset. I don't see any damage on him, but it looks like Chase NASCAR's missing an in. No, he's not. Okay, well, maybe they just lost position. Either way, they're going to feel like their day's done, losing out by that much time this early. Going to need a safety car. Yeah, they're going to need a safety car.
Probably is. There's been a lot of action everywhere. Vamu, I think, is going to be making a move on a boot. They were side by side through the second sector when the incident happened there with Death Storm and Chase. But we got like 4 side by side action. 4 side by side battles up in the
Oh, that was a late lunge from Vamu.
He thought about it.
He thought about it, but I think he's going to get a pretty good run here at Remus as well. And this might be easy. Around the outside using the E. Warren line. He's actually going to get it done before the corner. Boot's going to break early and live to fight another day.
Well, while that happened, Racing Fan on the mediums has moved up into P11 around Winged, also on the mediums, but Racing Fan making his climb towards the front. Get ready to hop onto this DRS train containing the Ferrari of Captain Rogue, Cam Tizzle, and Wick J.
Yep, and we're probably going to start to see the mediums become the preferred race tire at this point, 8 laps in to this Austrian Grand Prix. Although the softs can go, depending on what your setup is, I mean, the softs can go 12, 15 laps. It's a pretty decent one-stop soft medium nowadays, which is kind of a bummer because it used to be a really good strategy play. You could, it was like a 2-stop, or you'd have to throw on the hards.
Used to be viable a long time.
Yeah, or you could do a one-stop onto hards. The hards used to not be that bad around here on the last game, but yeah, they've really nerfed this into a soft-medium sprint for this year's game.
Got Cam and Rogue going at it. Cam has a lot more ERS than the Ferrari, but just isn't willing to commit to a move at the moment. I don't know if that's with tires, a tire concern, or if he's just content with being in P9.
I don't think he's ever content, Cam Tizzle. I think he's going to make a move here pretty soon. I think he's maybe a little concerned about what Captain Rogue's going to do.
Yeah,
we've seen a few times over the course of the season. Rogue has not really been thinking on his feet during the races. Up to 23 viewers at the moment. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Hopefully y'all are enjoying round 7 of AM2 here in Contest of Speed. It's an AM Tuesday, and we're having fun in the rolling hills of Austria. Bood getting a lot right now. Can we... might be interesting, maybe not right now, but in a few laps to start to see where the ERS is as Bood gets a little bit of a tank slap.
And I think you're right on Cam's hesitance.
Hesitance.
Okay, I didn't know if it was a word or not. But he was squeezed out very aggressively by Captain Rogue in turn 3. A very Verstappen Leclerc-esque Captain Rogue. That ended up making Cam Tizzle lose the spot to Whit J.
Yeah, Whit J's done well for himself here this evening in his first AM2 race, filling in for wrestling legend Randy Orton. Cheesehead picks up a 3-second time penalty. Those are going to start to come into play pretty quickly. As Abood, Abood gets a move done on Vamu in P3. See if Vamu fights back up and down the hill into Schlossgold. Turn 4.
Oh, Abood with a switchback.
It's another one, says DJ Khaled, and they're going to go side by side here. An excellent display of driving from these two. Abood absolutely sticking on the inside. We saw BK in the AM1 race or AM3 race last night throw away a victory, which we should give congratulations to Clayfunk on his first career COS victory, last to first in Austria. Caught a really fortunately timed medium, and then BK threw the race away. He is a deserving winner nonetheless. We congratulate Clayfunk and his family, who apparently sleep right next to him as he's driving, since he doesn't since he doesn't do interviews, and he says that's the reason why. Either way.
The more you know.
Yeah, the more you know. Either way, Aboud's going to hold off Vamu one more time. I think those softs are starting to really dag. Not sure if he's going to be able to get back around, but we have more battling going on back here. Cam Tizzle got the job done on Wit J, and Wit J was also overtaken by an optimistic move by Lopez into turn 3. So,
he's sending it. Oh my goodness.
Yeehaw, but that's going to give another position to Racing Fan, who's been climbing up the ranks. Now on the verge of points on what is probably the preferred strategy, honestly, if you can pull it off medium soft around here.
Yep, the mediums are definitely the better tire at the moment.
3 seconds for E Warren up at the front.
There's a lot of people pitting it. I couldn't figure out who it was.
It's Shelly. It's Shelly and Witche have pit.
I got a lovely helicopter shot.
Yep.
So good.
Yep, beautiful. Beautiful helicopter shot as E. Warren tries to evade. Cheesehead and ZX behind him. Blade hasn't quite gotten back into DRS range, but he's getting close. 1.7 seconds back.
Lopez. Sorry, Lopez has lost it out of turn 3, but managed to keep it out the wall. Just lost a spot to his teammate in the Alpine. But both on the same strategy, though, so this is going to be a little tricky. I don't want to double stack.
Yep. Hopefully they're in some contact. Lead driver should get preference. I believe, yes, as I know. Even though it's usually not a problem until I have to double stack. Captain Rogue is pitting. There is a rule for all contests of speed categories around here that you do have to get below that white line. It's the same rule they use in real life. Just because it's such a tricky pit entry right on the apex of the second to last corner. But Cam Tizzle up into P5. Medium runners have all gone for it. Let's see where Vamu comes out. He's thrown on the mediums, lap 13. Trying to take these to the end, barring another safety car. He's in 11th, right behind Harrisplex, but he's got DRS, and I think he's going to be able to get this move done ASAP. So he is back into the points from P2. What lap would you expect these medium guys to come in? Probably 1920? Something like that?
Yeah, I think 20 is probably your best option. You get a good 16 laps out of the softs. Racing Fan, completely off topic, has made a move on Cam Tizzle, who ended up losing it out of turn 4. It's kind of oh, Lopez! Oh my goodness! I thought that was gonna end in death for Cam Tizzle.
I couldn't quite get a good angle on that in real time, but I could tell there was something frantic happening. Cam Tizzle's in the pits along with Cheesehead.
Double stack for the Alpha Taris. Yeah, Lopez lost the car out of turn 6 and just was fishtailing all the way through 7, and Cam Tizzle almost ended up being an innocent victim.
With this pit cycle, Vamu's gone up to P7. He's gotten past inside as well on those 13-lap-old softs. Handled both Mercs quite easily. It should be mentioned, I don't know if we did it last week, but inside is full-time. Now in that Mercedes seat. Scored a point, first 2 points last week in Silverstone, finished at P9.
Aboud is fun from the lead. He's got it back going, though. Oh, he is pitting.
Was it? If he did, ZX lost it at the same time.
No, ZX is actually lagging around the lot.
Oh,
Aboud hit the wall. He has 28% damage.
Oh, and he has... Oh, boy, and this is imploding. It's playing all into Vamu's hands as he learned his lesson around Austria. He's going to have a gigantic advantage right now as he pumps in the fastest lap of the race at 106 flat.
And Aboud's on the hards. Yuck.
Yeah. Honestly, Aboud probably should have just put on the softs and hoped for the best at that point. It wouldn't have worked, but maybe he could have caught a safety car. But that's going to be just about day done for Aboud back there after what has been a great reemergence onto the contest of speed AM2 scene. That quality lap will live for a while in our minds.
Yeah, great lap. Oh,
the
we got
Haas.
a three-wide battle here.
Oh.
Sorry, three-wide battle between Abood, Captain Rogan, Tin Man. We're trying to sail around the outside. Yeah, always gonna run out of room there. Abood holds on his hearts. He's gonna need a couple laps to get those up to temperature.
ZX is staying out. I believe this is... Oh, I thought it was to give Blade maybe DRS for another lap. But I think he actually just lost it a little bit out of the final corner. So he'll hand the lead over to ZX. Obviously, Haas Boys 1 and 2, just like in real life. They're leading the pack, but this is not going to last forever, as they both still have to pit. 15 laps, good mileage on those softs at a ZX this evening.
Well, I wonder, if he's just going to try to stick with his teammate here and make those softs last even longer. But they are being rapidly closed in by Racing Fan, who is dragging along Wing It. Oh no, ZX is his internet's driving the doo-doo-doo struggle bus at the moment.
Been riding along.
Whoa, where is he? He's in the pits.
Okay, he's made it safely. Been riding along here with L Wing It, who's a Spirit teammate. You know what? Actually, oh man, I was going to use that as a quiz if we had a safety car. DK won the race last season in AM2. But Wing It doing a pretty good job here, staying on the Gearbox Racing Fan. CX has left the session. I think he might have heard us talking about it. Yeah, it's possible.
And Cheesehead has lost it out of turn 1.
Oh man, she's had a good run going too.
Rogan and Abood are going at it. There's so much going on. It all happens at once, and then we'll go in a spell of just nothing.
Yeah, let's see how aggressive Abood wants to be here.
That terrible run out of 3 on those hards.
I would like to think that he's probably more grounded, probably has better peace of mind at the moment. He might not be seeing red, but he is seeing red in front of him with Rogue in that Ferrari, which looks about 3 cars wide.
Yeah, he's definitely the Ryan of AM2 here. Definitely the hardest car to pass. ZX is going to be pitting. Oh man, that was close.
Again? What is going on there?
Yeah. Oh wait. Oh no, wait. Now he's actually pitting. he's on 17 lap on soft side.
Who's got to absolutely pearl that turn 1, use DRS. How much wing is Rogue running? I mean, it's like DRS doesn't matter.
It's probably why he doesn't quite have the pace that we normally expect of him. Because he just doesn't have the front downforce to keep up with these guys.
Yep, and now he'll have DRS as we get this terrible shoulder cam. And he's going to get past Abood. This has got to be frustrating. Abood and me.
On the Apex.
Look at these guys.
And Ferrari are going at it. Up front, Wing It has managed to get around a Racing Fan.
How did that happen?
But Vamu is coming. He's going to get past Racing Fan here.
Vamu was going to be on the scene sooner or later. And Racing Fan, that is a very deep move. A little nervous for a second. It's a Mercedes, I believe, of Harris.
On the track safely.
Vamu's going to get both of them, but he gives a little bit of an elbow check to Wing It, who picks up a 3-second time, but nothing he could have done there. He's going to get him back. Vamu encountering a little bit more resistance than I think he would have liked from these medium runners, but this is 4th position. At the end of the day, these guys will be strapping on those soft boots pretty soon, and they'll be rather quick. Lopez just hanging out a little bit further back, checking out the action. Shelly the Turtle, who is now a net P2 in the race, is not quite close to Vamu. Looks like about... Oh, actually, yeah, he is. I mean, it's only about 2 seconds.
Yep.
Oh, is that Racing Fan? Racing Fan is done! Oh, and look at that! Look at that! Wing it! Was that? Oh, that was Lopez, I believe.
Yeah, Lopez and Shelley with the very quick reactions.
Nearly took off Racing Fan's legs, but yeah, you know, we were waiting for that shoe to drop. Racing Fan has had a absolute miracle of a season. Just pretty much as good as you could have hoped for. 1 podium, 6 podiums, 1 win out of 6 races, leading the championship by so many points. He gets disqualified in qualifying for something he couldn't control, and now he is DNF. No points for him tonight. And this is now a golden opportunity to capitalize if you're the likes of Blade, Vamu, Shelley.
Yeah,
And that comes.
This is where you can get 25 points back on Racing Fan.
And this is pretty much perfect timing for the medium guys to get a safety car.
Blade, Wingett, Lopez, absolute masterclass.
They've won. It'll be interesting to see what Vamu decides to do on those mediums. If he's going to stay out for track position, he thinks he's got this locked up on mediums. Interesting call from him.
And I'm surprised. Oh wait, no.
Oh, Shelley. Oh, Shelley.
Oh, that's not what you need. Unforced speeding penalty. I think that'll have pretty big repercussions.
Yeah, probably will. Abood had the early speeding penalty. He's going to be able to get that taken off now. So this is going to be a long stop, but honestly, it'll probably save him time getting off those hards. Rogue staying out. He has gone over to the softs already, up into P6. Witche making the right call as well. I think he's going to go P8 here. Let's check and see where Abood is. Yep, he is. ZX is retired from the session after we believe he lagged out, unfortunately. Racing Fan, do you have any more comments that you'd like to say? His quote is "man." Dejected Racing Fan has been checked and released from the infield care center.
I do have a couple things to point out at the moment. The grid very split on whether softs or mediums are the tire to go with. We'll have about 24 laps to go when this thing. 14 laps to go whenever this thing gets back going. Shelley and E. Warren went with mediums. And then Insight is the only other driver in the top 10 on the mediums. Most of the top guys, most of the guys in the top 10 have gone with softs for the rest of this race, which I think is the right move. But then we got guys outside the top 10. Insight, Cheesehead, Cam Tizzle, Chase NASCAR, and Deathstorm. All on mediums. I think we'll see a nice little dynamic between the fast firing off softs versus the longevity of the mediums.
Yeah. As always, this safety car is brought to you by Busch Light. Looking at the sponsors and our other sponsors, which we'll get to in due time.
Such a good segue.
Cam Tizzle says y'all missed a 4-wide moment. Hey, look, Cam, I can't catch everything, man. There's a lot going on. We need a director. We need a director doing this stuff. Daffy Bull 1353, not sure if we've seen his name pop up in the comments before, says Ferrari blew it by not pitting. I tend to agree. I think the medium runners, Shelley the Turtle, E. Warren, those guys are going to be okay on those medium tires, because there's going to be a switch over about 7-8 laps. But Vamu, those mediums are going to be dead. He's just straight up betting on himself in P1 right now, which sometimes works, sometimes doesn't. I think
with his track record of his failure to finish races, I think putting himself in this situation where he has to go out and win it on older tires, which are at 20% compared to everyone else's. I think. Yeah, I think it's a gamble, and I think it's one that he didn't have to take. I feel like he had the pace to win it outright. His biggest competition is mired back in 9th place at the moment, after already spinning in this race. So I think he probably could have just pit with everyone else, put on the softs. I think he still would have had the pace to go out and win this race.
Yeah, for sure. But now we have co-favorite Ecos Blade. Look at me. I am quite
you're good at your job.
I'm good at handicapping. Yep. Ecos Blade. A lot of people were like, "Oh, why do you have Ecos Blade up there?" You know what? Because he just appears. He got his first podium last week. I think he's finally going to get a streak of good luck here, and as long as he doesn't crash Vamu Nubel, that could be not great. Yeah.
Shout out both Alpines, 3rd and 4th.
Yeah.
3rd and 5th at the moment.
Yeah, good job from those guys. Yep, and this is, oh no, a boot in Wit J. Not sure if that's...
damage there? No damage. So,
no damage.
I'm sure it was just the slightest bit of contact in
yeah,
the game.
It could get taken off, and Vamu really is bunching these boys up. Remember, new rule, single file as they cross the line.
Oh,
and that's Blade! Oh, that is a big-time curse. No ghosting, or is there ghosting? He gets ghosted.
It's because he's in the pits at the moment.
Ah, boy, that would have been bad. Oh, boy, talk about a commentator's curse. I was just typing him up 30 seconds ago. Wing it now P2. With the penalties, though, now Vamu Nubel, he has gotten rid of Blades, and he is retired from the session.
Quits in the pits.
Ah, man. I have a feeling Blade's not going to be thrilled with how slow the starting procedures were there. He was just straight up left the session. Vamu Nubel does have a minute, or not a minute, about a second lead. He might, who knows. At this point, let's check the penalty situation. Wing It, or obviously Vamu has 0, which is good for him. Wing It has 3. Shelley has a 5-second for speeding in the pit lane. Lopez is up to 9. E. Warren only has 3 as well. Next in line for the Wizard Award is Captain Rogue in P6 and Wit J in P8.
Yep, Vamu is on 2 warnings though, so he isn't, him and Rogue both are on 2 warnings. The Bood though, yeah, he got his 5 seconds for a collision under safety car, so that is subject to approval.
Yep. And
but Bood is on no warnings in terms of track limits and penalties.
You know, Cam Tizzle was, I actually thought he was going to get P3 last week, because he had a really odd corner cut penalty that pushed him over the edge, I think. That was denied, though, so he finished P4. So, yeah, you never know what's going to happen, especially with these guys reporting to EU stewards.
No, I actually saw that report. He went over the track.
I told him to send it in. Honestly, I also was probably 7 or 8 beers deep when I told him to do that, so I'm not... No, that was directly after the race. Cheesehead picks up another 3-second time penalty. These guys are getting adequately spread out, but close enough for a little action. Abood is on the end of this train. Captain Rogue. There's 11 laps to go. He's gonna have to still continue to crack that nut to spin Captain Rogue tonight.
Yep. There's now 2 DRS trains forming. One behind.
Oh, Cheesehead! Oh, nice move. Yeah, that was a great move from Cheesehead. Very decisive.
Well, there's 1 DRS train now led by Cheesehead, but Jay kind of seems to be the cork in the bottle at the moment. His insight throws one down the inside into turn 4. But now Wing It is leading the first DRS.
Wait, what? Why does this happen every time we go back to the back for 3 seconds?
I have no idea.
Okay. Well,
Vamu, betting on himself, as you put it, looks like he's about to go broke. Abood's out.
Oh no, booed.
Out at turn in the middle of turn 8, 9.
Is this going to be another safety car?
It could be. Man, he ate that wall. He's buried in it.
I didn't even see him. Wing it now. Leading this race. That is.
Yeah, so, I mean, I really like the spot Shelly's put himself in. Lead medium, or new medium runner. He's going to absolutely bypass Vamu here on pressure tires. He's going to try to stick the nose in there. Oh, he spins off the side of him. Oh, and he collects Lopez, and Lopez is out. Eve Warren had nowhere to go, just ran straight into him. Got no ghosting here, so guys gotta watch out. Oh man, someone else hit Lopez's car. Oh my god.
Oh, that's Red Mask. Yep, he is. That is an EU driver.
That did not know ghosting is off.
Yes, we use ghosting in AM. Or no ghosting in AM2 and AM1.
Safety car now. And the leaders, I don't think, are going to beat the safety car out. So you got to pit now if you want an advantage. And E. Warren, who picked up...
Vamu's staying out. Why is he... He has just completely overthought this, I think.
I think he's underthought it.
Oh, wow, maybe. I'm giving him too much credit. But, yeah, Vamu there. It's unfortunate for Lopez. He was having a great race as well. Up there in the top 5. But, oh boy.
Yeah, we had 6 cars pick up damage with Lopez's stricken.
Well, the under has hit for the finishers, and the over has hit for safety cars if you guys are playing along on hashtag HouseBets. Yeah, that is, man, that's tough. I feel, was Vamu at fault right there? Probably just gassing, but he was stuck in the middle of the track. I don't know what.
I mean, Vamu kind of put himself into that situation by just trying to make a move on Shelly when he was clearly gonna lose that position anyways. And he just kind of spun right off the side of Shelly. I don't think you can put any fault on the Red Bull driver. Vamu kind of spins a little clumsily off the side of him and collects poor Lopez, who is now stuck in the middle of the track with about 13 other drivers behind him, and E. Warren just had nowhere to go.
Well,
front wheel off.
This has completely changed, obviously, the outlook on this race. I should give the shout out to the sponsors now. I knew there was going to be another safety car. Shout out to Fanatec, NordVPN, DigitalMotorsports.com. I think there's another one. They're not listening. There's something going on in the back. Is that Chase NASCAR is just...
He spun. Yep, he doesn't have his front wing.
His front wing just exploded halfway down the straightaway. So he's going to have to pit from P11. Perhaps lengthening this out for another...
But no, because safety car will come in this lap. He's just going to get left behind, unfortunately.
Well, Shelly wants to contest his pit lane speed infraction, which is 5 seconds in that 8-second penalty.
He's betting the pits.
Yeah, I don't...
Hit from behind, there's no getting out of that one, Chief.
Yeah, I don't know. So this is now Wing It, who thought it was generous to put him at plus 650. Underestimated what kind of chaos was going to happen this evening. Captain Rogue, however, he might be in even a better position. No penalties for him. 8-lap old softs. Van Manubo, his teammate behind him, but on those 15-lap mediums that were going off, which really triggered that multi-car collision that brought out the safety car. He's still in P4.
It's gone. Captain Rogue caught napping a lot with Jay. Vamu's around.
Vamu's on it again.
Oh man.
I knew what I was doing.
We got a Mercedes around at turn 1 as well. Insight struggling.
Ah, bummer for Insight. He's had a good race.
Still going though.
Okay. Oh, that's good. That's good. We're getting Shelly going side by side for P1. Captain Rogue not too far off in the distance, second and a half behind these two. They're going to want to not fight too much because Rogue will win this race if they're going too hard at it. But
it is needs to be said that Captain Rogue with Jay and Bomber, the 3 drivers without penalties, all have 2 warnings. So one slip up.
Going to be absolutely on the limit from here on out. Shelly's been in this situation a few times so far this season, but like I said, I mean that speeding in the pit lane, I don't know if you can try to contest it, but
unless you got hit from behind, he would be getting it proposed. And I don't know if he's from behind. I highly doubt it.
Who knows? E. Warren swoops around Whit J, who has quietly put himself into P5 in his AM2 debut. Deathstorm now right behind him, but all these guys have penalties. I'm going to have to end up going to the penalty screen probably full time for the rest of this race, because this is where it really comes into play. I think I finished the AM1 race on track in like P11 last year, but because of a late safety car, I finished like 4th or something.
I did that in the EU1 race last season. I was like P8 on track and got 2nd.
Yeah, I mean with how high powered the DRS is well around here, you really, all you have to do is just keep it clean and stay in that Uber draft.
Yep.
That happens. DRS is now enabled. Shelly the Turtle 4/10 off of Wing It as they head around turn 1 that it's named after everyone's favorite Austrian, Niki Lauda. Let's see how hard Shelly the Turtle pushes this.
Wing It lets him by for DRS. Playing games here.
He does. E. Warren and now E. Warren with 6 seconds worth of penalties might be the saver for the top 2. Because he's going to be forcing the issue down the inside into Schlossgold, turn 4. And of course, terrible camera angle there. He gets the move done.
I mean, this game's so hit or miss with camera angles.
It really is.
The shot's so nice. And then you get
I swear, in half of the best overtaking zones,
it's such a
it just automatically throws you into like a rear suspension cam. Like you'd think that they'd think that through. Cam Tizzle all over the back of Deathstorm. I think Shelly actually might be faster than Wing It. At the moment is, oh boy, Cheesehead's just picking up. He's counting those penalties now. 9 seconds. Oh, and this is going to be Cam Tizzle making a move for the top 5 on Deathstorm. Good point stay for both of these guys.
Working out for him and E. Warren, Cam Tizzle and E. Warren. Warren might be able to run down these top 2.
Yeah, he's flying, man. He's flying right now.
But he does have 6 seconds in penalties, which probably will play a factor later. But yeah, Shelly with his 8 really put him at a disadvantage here. Wing It, I think, might be just content to. I think that's probably why he let him by. He's gonna sit behind and tow himself around here and try to snatch a win away.
I'm not sure if he realizes that Rogue's 2 cars behind with no penalties. But I don't. Oh, it's gonna be tight.
It's gonna be close because I don't think Rogue has the pace of these guys, especially without DRS. That's always gonna make his life 100 times harder.
Oh, there goes Wing It.
Wing It. Yep. He's got 60% ERS. Oh man.
Oh, shit! Really.
He leaves the door open. Wing It does.
I don't think he was expecting a response quite like that, but Shelly's going to have DRS as well. After he just kind of lingered on the inside. Not going to get the move done quite yet. But lap 34, nearly lap 35 in this adventure that we've had this evening around the Red Bull Ring is coming to an end. Remember, Hilly won from P3 in the EU3 race today off penalties. Only by about 800ths of a second, I believe, was the gap there. So shout out to the Hilly Hive. But Rogue's still within tracking distance. We're going to have to go to the leaders.
Warren's going to have DRS here, I think. Oh no, he just lost out to Shelly at DRS down the front stretch. Oh no. Warren is so close. But is lost out for another straightaway. And I think that's going to pretty much seal the 3 seconds thing it needs to Captain Rogue.
Yeah, Rogue now at 3.7 as they enter that braking, or as he enters that braking zone, struggling for traction. Out of Remus, and actually giving time
we
here.
got a big collection of cars. Insight, Red Mask. Mamu's rolling up on seat now.
Shelly the Turtle's made another move, which is, I would love to switch back to that, but I'm not sure if that's wise at the moment, because this is going to be very close.
Yeah, it's all got cleared up. They probably had a little come together in turn 3.
Shelly's made one more move to get the lead, and I think
Just picked up another warning.
Yeah, that was very close. Rogue now 3.7 back. This is going to be extremely tight.
Well, I think Wing It should burn all of his ERS here. Use it or lose it. And, I mean, that's going to just extend his gap. It's about a second now.
Yep. Wing It with DRS yet again. That gap is... keep an eye on that gap to P4, guys. That's going to be that's 4 seconds now.
Oh, yeah, he doesn't have to
Wing
go
It can't
for it.
compromise himself too much. E. Warren now all over the back at this party, too.
Gap still at 4 seconds for Wing It. Well, it's at about 3.7, because Wing It isn't the leader.
All three of these guys in a line. Looks like they're going to finish in this order, but we're going to have to keep an eye on the splits. When it doesn't run wide, that's what he had to do. Shelly's going to cross the line first. I think Wing It... Oh man, Wing It actually was weaving a little bit across the line. I don't think he realized how close that was.
I think he knew he had it.
Okay.
He had a second.
That is going to be Wing It's first win of the AM2 season. Somewhere DK is smiling. It's going to be a second podium. Obviously, Shelly won on track. That 8-second bumped him back to P5. Captain Rowe with his first podium. Those are good points for Ferrari, even though Vamu kind of cooked it there at the end. E. Warren with his first career contest of speed podium. How's that for a storyline? We have a brand new podium this week to chat. How exciting.
Wing It up 16 spots from not setting a lap in qualifying as well. Definitely driver of the day. The game agrees.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, he just avoided all the chaos.
Caught that safety car at the first time. I mean, this is an exact replica of that AM3 race last night where Becky was probably the strongest all night, but he made that one mistake. And the guy who started last caught the strategy break and wound up benefiting the most from it. So congratulations to the podium runners.
Yeah, with the way this race was looking all night long, it looked like if anything, the Ferraris would have been switched. Vama in second and Captain Rogue in seventh. But yeah, big mistake from Vama, spinning on the second safety car restart. Pretty much sealed his race in seventh, but he didn't lose out too much to his championship rivals.
Yeah, all things considered. One more time, podium tonight is Wing It Rogue, E. Warren. Cam Tizzle with his second consecutive P4. I think he'll be happy with that. Shelly the Turtle in P5 thanks to that speeding in the pit lane penalty. Whit J in his AM2 debut up from AM3 puts in a very strong performance in P6, followed by Vamu Nubel, who had a few different chances to win this one in P7. Deathstorm finishes in P8. Tin Man also reserved in P9. Insight 10th. Cheesehead Chase Harris Red Mask Lopez Abood Blade ZX Racing Fan And Raptors will round out the grid. Barely got that in. Jeez, good lord.
Wait, it's actually two guys. This is Captain Rogue's first podium this season on his AM2 return. So I guess we'll talk about that when we get around to him. We'll wait for, am I good to go ahead and start the interviews? Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready to go take a piss. I think, maybe it'll join sooner or later.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and start talking to these, other podium drivers, I guess. We'll start with E. Warren. Third place, where he started, where he finished, so no positions gained or lost. But for your first podium in contest feat, congratulations. Excited, wild race, it looked like, 3 pit stops, 2 safety cars, crazy race, had some good battles there at the beginning of the race. Outside of turn 4 seemed like your, ideal place to be. Did you set... Okay, so not really an apex corner there for you. Just content with sailing it around the outside of everybody. Made that work a treat. Penalties at the end kind of ended up being your undoing a little bit. I had 6 seconds and 1 warning away from a 9th second, and that would have been.
I'm glad that I've caught this early. E. Warren, you might want to make your audio public. Public.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Do you have it to where your voice?
Yeah, your voice is not shared. Party settings.
Yeah, something up with that. Okay, I'll come back to you in a second while you get that figured out.
Yeah, it's in the party screen. Go to the audio there.
Yeah, you can mess with the buttons that. Captain Rope. Congratulations on your podium, on your re-debut for Contest Speed.
Yeah, thank you. It's been a while, so good to have relative.
Yeah, finally able to put a race together without spinning someone or being spun at this point. And the lead Ferrari driver after your teammate absolutely binned it, choked it, destroyed all of Ferrari's hopes and dreams of winning this race. But you were able to keep it penalty free and snuck onto the podium. About 1 second away from the win, though. Lost DRS from those top 3 and just kind of got left behind. But still happy with second place?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it was a better strategy for me today. Double stop for the second time when that safety car came out again. Just to have that grip towards the end. So they weren't too bad. They were still around 35%.
Okay, I heard that, but it kind of sounds like you're on the other side of your room speaking to me.
Oh, no, there shouldn't be any other speaker. Sorry.
Man, you're really quiet. Okay, well, hopefully the world heard that. I did.
Hey man,
sound like you're whispering.
Hey man, it is a very interesting 1 of 1 podium tonight. So I guess we're showing a little bit of, not being ready for it.
You can hear me at all?
Well, we can hear you.
I
you
could.
sound like you're a mouse. Just trying to say. You sound very quiet. But congratulations on your podium, being penalty free. Paid off. Up 7 spots from P9 on the grid as well. So solid race for you. Congratulations.
Does that sound better?
Oh yeah, there you are. Oh well, say hi to everyone. Yeah, I know you have like a fan group.
Yeah, Aided Thunder's actually in here, rooting on Captain Rock.
Yeah, thanks for the support, guys, and finally got a race put together more or less. So yeah, hopefully there'll be more opportunities.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, congratulations. Wing It, you're gonna have to hold your horses because I'm gonna go back to E. Warren, who now has his mic settings fixed.
I've never had it needed to be shared, so it's a first.
Okay, well, welcome to the world. This is the voice of E. Warren, the miner
The
from
miner.
Nebraska. He got his first podium in contest speed today. Congratulations.
Why, thank you.
Walk us through your any important battles? Any battles?
A few incidents one incident that will need to be looked at to get off of my board. So hopefully that'll move me up. Maybe we'll see. All around good race. I've been needing this. I've had shortcomings. MLO was close. Penalty threw me off there. Portugal was close. It's just been a.
So you've kind of been teased a little bit. I mean, like
Yeah.
the podium is like just right there.
Almost got killed by a tornado.
Almost got killed
Yep,
by a tornado.
you had that. But just like Kitten in bed, you've had a little bit of shortcomings. And just haven't quite been able to finish where you want.
We finally got it there.
Yeah, you finally finished where you wanted to. You did murder Lopez. I won't forgive you, but I think everyone else will. Didn't really have anywhere else to go, except for into his right front tire. Yep. So, second safety car came out there. You had to pit because you got damage.
I thought it was
Got a new set of softs, and that kind of, I mean, that might have won you a podium there because you drove through the field on that last safety car restart.
When that safety car, I was so scared that there wasn't going to be a safety car, and then I got around to the third sector, and it finally came out, and I'm like, oh my god.
Yep, he got bailed out a little bit. Abood also died at some
too.
point. He hit the wall pretty hard. But yeah, you managed to capitalize on all that, get your first podium in contest speed. So congratulations.
I thank you. I look forward to continuing my streak next 2
Yeah.
weeks from now.
Everyone does. We'll move on to Wing It, the remaining half of Team Ding It. Finally getting a win this season in AM2 is his first. Up 16 spots from where he started. Wasn't able to get a lap in qualifying. But absolutely caught the safety car at the right spot there at the end. Starting on the mediums, going to the softs. Great race. Would you agree?
Yeah, that was a fantastic race. Other than the first maybe 5-6 laps, I felt completely in control. That safety car came out perfectly. And,
Yeah, how much did you pay Burt Mylander for that one? Just to drive out on the track.
Yeah, that timing couldn't have been better. I thought it was going to be a little bit late because it would have been 16 laps on the softs, but we had another safety car period, and I didn't burn through those as quickly as I thought. So it felt stable all the way through, and a lot of that race was just DRS and ERS management, kind of playing a chess battle with a lot of the other drivers out there, but managed it well and made sure I was always in the right spot.
Yeah, you absolutely nailed every one-on-one situation you've had with anyone. Had a good battle with Racing Fan early until he died. Had a good battle with Vamu, and then he died. Had a good battle with E. Warren there at the end, or Shelley at the end. Knowing that he had a penalty, I'm sure you weren't really battling him too hard.
I was really trying to time it to where we could leapfrog each other because, for the most part, Rogue was keeping that 3-second gap pretty close, but I had about 80% ERS probably for the last 4 or 5 laps, so it was really easy to just burn that whenever I needed to. So it was easy management from there. I really thought I had it before that last safety car too. I thought I was going to be able to drive away, and that last restart got me nervous, but made it work still.
Yeah, you didn't show any nerves there. Managed to win this race by about a second, with penalties being applied and all that. But yeah, congratulations on your first win this season. We are sure, DK, in Jordan somewhere, just smiling.
Yes, this one's for DK, and couldn't have done it without Lopez, who became my race engineer halfway through.
Yeah, after
definitely
he
helped
was
me manage
brutally
that gap
murdered
too,
by
so.
by someone in this party, but we do not speak his name. But yeah, Kit, you are welcome to wrap this one up like a kid on prom night. Shout out to people who are having prom.
Yeah. Hit me up. Yeah, great great race here tonight. Usually is in Austria. Fantastic stuff all around. Big time congratulations to our podium guys. Wing it with his first win of the season, Rowe with his first podium of the season, E. Warren with his first podium of his contest of speed career. You can catch us racing, Andy and I, tomorrow night, same time, same place here on ECOS or COS Formula One, from the same track. EU2 will be racing about 4 o'clock Eastern time. Thursday afternoon, 4 o'clock Eastern time, you'll see EU1, the big guns over there. At least I think they are. Might not be. Who knows? Yeah. Until then, we have the 2-week break or 1 week break. We'll be back in 2 weeks in Spa-Francorchamps. So looking forward to that. And thanks everybody for making it an entertaining stream in the comments and whatnot all night. For myself and Andy, we'll sign off until then. See you in a couple weeks.